Hi everyone, it's Tracey here. So this is our very different growing together in the garden feature, because we're featuring it from my home, and this is our little Harley here, who might come out and help us with some of the gardening, especially the digging. He does like to dig things up, don't you, Harley? So anyway, what we're going to do is just have a little wander around the garden. It's not very big, I'm telling you now, and it's probably at its worst at the moment because we haven't really been able to get out there. We managed to do the first cut over the weekend, which we left it too long, so the grass isn't looking particularly lovely and lush at the moment, but still it can only get better, so that's one thing. Right, so if I wander around and just show you some of the plants that we've got flowering at the moment. Okay, I'm just going to flip the camera. There we go. So this is a hellebore. I've got a couple of hellebore. I've got 5 people at the moment, so anyone want to say hello, just so I know who's watching? That would be great. Okay, 7. Oh, good. It's increasing. So yeah, we'll just have a little wander and look at some of the flowers. Hopefully, I just had a little error message come up on my phone to say that the internet connection's quite bad, so I'm hoping I don't go off and come back again. Oh, I'm getting a couple of hellos here. Hello from Daisy, hello from Nicola, and hello from Georgina. Oh, Georgina likes the flowers. And hello from Annette. Hi. Oh, lots of hellos. Okay, so I'm going to have a little look at this little flower over here. This one's called an epimedium, and it's lovely, and it's so delicate, and actually when you get up really close to it you can see the lovely detail in that, and that's really nice. So that's a perennial flower. That means it comes up every year. In fact, it's sort of evergreen, so it stays quite green. Oh, hello Corinne, how are you? That's good. Okay, and we're going to have a look. Sorry about my shaky camera work. And there's Harley. Say hello, Harley. No, he's not really interested, but yeah, he's quiet at the moment, so that's good. Okay, so we've got another beautiful shrub here that's just coming into flower. If I just kind of zoom into that, and that's called the pearl bush, and its Latin name is Excordia. Oh, I can't remember the last bit. It's quite a long one, but it's the bride. So I think what I'll do afterwards is put some of the Latin names on the link. So when we put it on the Facebook Live page, if I put those on, then you can perhaps learn a few Latin names while you've got some time on your hands. Okay. Oh, Annette says hello to Harley. And Daisy says hello to Harley. I think. Oh, it keeps stopping. Sorry, Marie. I think that's my internet connection. Okay. Right. Oh, there goes Harley. There's some children playing in the garden next door. So, yeah, he's making himself known. What I might do is tell him to come in, and I'll take you around to see another really beautiful flowering tree at the moment. Harley, come in. My desk and my office is going to be the shed, I think, for the next foreseeable anyway, so I'll take you in there. So how really interesting about this tree in particular is that it was the magnolias were of sort of millions of years old, evolved millions of years ago. So they were actually around before bees were around. So they're pollinated by beetles, and they're really beautiful. And if you can get out and have a look round, you'll see lots of these at the moment. Right. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll have a quick look at some plants here in the border at the front of the garden. I'll just pop my camera down here for a moment. Just what I wanted to show you, we were talking about weeds last time, and just how weeds can sometimes mimic plants. So here we have, this is a seedling of a foxglove that I planted some foxgloves last year, and they just came up, and which is really nice actually. So that's free plants. But if you look closely next to this, if you can see this, let's move the camera in a little bit closer. You've got, this is called green alkanet. Now this is quite an invasive weed. It does have a quite pretty blue flower when it does flower, but the problem is with this, it is very invasive. So we need to keep control. But what you might find interesting is how they've mimicked each other. So this green alkanet has planted itself, seeded itself really close to the foxglove. So when you're weeding, it would be very easy to take this foxglove off with everything else. So we have to watch out for that sort of thing. So, oh, hello Pauline, and hello Clive. Oh, Clive posted a photograph of a plant that he wanted the name of, and it's a Pieris japonica, Clive. So you can let Sue know that one. Okay. And it's so peaceful and it's so quiet at the moment. There's no cars around, so it's really just on cue. I've said that, and my neighbour's going out in her car, but it's typical. Let's just come up here and have a quick look at some spring flowering bulbs that we've got. I'll keep you. Flip the camera. So just a few little spring flowering bulbs here. So we've got some Mascari there. That's the blue one that looks like a little bunch of grapes. So if I go closer, you can see that. Mascari's actually common name is the grape hyacinth. So that's how it gets its common name, from its appearance. And there's some small daffodils there, and just some hyacinths that are just going over at the moment. Now what I've got, because I haven't got a particularly large garden, we've got some space at the front, and I'm going to plant some vegetables in here. Planted those in built these ourselves last year, these beds. So what I might do is definitely plant some vegetables in them again this year. I'm thinking that we did make them a little bit deep. You don't actually need them quite so deep if you're planting lettuces and things like that. So I might try and take one of the layers off. So yeah, we've got plenty to do. So I've not done any weeding or cutting back or anything yet. So hopefully over the next few weeks you might see a difference with the garden. Hopefully you will. So we're going to have one last look at the magnolia tree. There we go, and we're going to pop back round to the other side. So does anyone have any questions? Ooh, still trying to get the hang of this technology. What kind of veg, Kirsty's asking? Probably fast growing veg like radishes, probably put some lettuces in and things like that. I'm just really going to have a look and see what seeds I've got to see, because obviously it's going to be limited what we can buy at the moment. So I'm going to have a little look and see what I've got actually in my seed packets, and then we can plant some of those. And I might give you somebody's asking, Georgina, where did I study horticulture? Well, I went to Writtle College, which is in Chelmsford, and also I did an RHS level 2, but that was in Hutton, which is a little town not far from me. So, Nicola's asking a question. Is it too soon to prune salvias and the like? They're looking untidy, but should I wait a bit longer? Yeah, I would, Nicola. I did the same actually. I had a really lovely salvia in my garden, but pruned it too early and the frost got it, and it just, yeah, it died off, so I'll give it a little bit longer. Annette, was the garden planted up as much when you moved in, or did you start with a blank canvas? Oh, that's a nice question. There was one tree actually in here before when we first moved in. There was a few it was mostly just grass really. I'll just flip it round and show you the tree. So yeah, we had this old apple tree, which was, well, it is the original plant for the garden. So that looks like, if you get close, you can see the buds there. So they're just coming out. I don't know what variety of apple tree it is. I'd like to know. Clive's asking, oops, is it the right time to prune an acer? I think with most deciduous stuff, it's a good time to start to prune it when it's dormant. I mean, there's an acer here, and that's just coming into bud. So, I mean, I do need to cut some of this back actually, so I might take a chance. Really, hopefully you can't really go wrong, because it grows back again, I suppose. So depends how brutal you are, Clive, with your pruning. So yeah, I'll take you in. So this is my shed, and this is where I'm going to be working. I've got a desk there that's going to be put up tonight, hopefully, so that can go along the side there. So in the meantime, I've been using one of these little tables that the guys from Shoebury made me, and it's just an old school chair, if you can see. I'll zoom in, with some pallet wood, and I painted it when I got back, so I'm just sort of improvising at the moment with that. But yeah, should have the desk all set up and ready for work next week. Okay, so what would be really nice if you gave us some suggestions of what you'd like to see, or what you'd like to hear about in the garden, or not even gardening, anything at all. We're doing these live broadcasts. I think we're doing 4 a day or 3 a day, I'm not quite sure, but anything you'd like to see or have, you know, advice on, we're here to help. And hopefully it won't be too long before we're back in the gardens. But I'm going to sign off now, and hopefully, yeah, see you all again really soon. But stay safe, everybody, and take care. Yeah, see you all soon. Bye.